Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you are all good. For today's video, we've got a fun one and I feel like it's going to be a long one. I would say go and get yourself a coffee, but I've just had one and I'm absolutely buzzed. But you do you, boo. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing the books I read in July plus my August TBR. This video is going to be great. I'm just saying. Starting off with all of the books that I read in July. I started July off with reading The Wolf King and the Night Prince by Lauren Paffer-Roman, and I feel like all I've done is talk about this series, so I'll keep these short and sweet. But I really enjoyed both of these books. Really excited for the third book, to see where the story goes, to see how the characters develop. If you are someone who is looking to get into fantasy books, then you should start here. Next, I read Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. If I sit here right now and try to remember what happened in this book, I'm coming up with a big fat question mark, which I feel like will probably tell you everything you need to know. Not really a memorable book. Nothing really stands out to me. I know we are potentially either getting a TV series or a movie, and that's why I decided to read this book. So I hope the film or the TV show will be better than the book. If you are looking for a book that is safe, that is easy to read, also one that has a bit of a nod to rom-coms, this book could be for you. Next, I read Thornbird by Elle Kennedy, and I actually got sent this book. I was very excited to read it. For one, I received a book. For two, Elle Kennedy, one of my favourite authors, is jumping into YA thriller. It was just too young for me to even connect with the characters. You know when you read YA books that just stand out as very YA, you will hopefully know what I mean when I say that, but you get YA books that feel adult. And then you get YA books that feel quite childish and immature, and this just felt a bit too young. Take a shot, please, every time I say YA, I'm begging you. And I really struggle reading books where the whole plot is about someone that isn't even in the book. Make it make sense. Personally, Elle Kennedy should stick to writing sports romances because she really is so good at it. In saying that, you might enjoy it. If you're after a thriller that's a bit of like a murder mystery, that is quite YA, is okay to read. I feel like I'm not really selling it, am I? Basically, it wasn't for me, but it could be for you. Reading is subjective after all. Next, I read Mile High. I have dipped my toe into the Windy City series, and let me tell you, baby, I am very happy to be here. And listen, I'm gonna be sticking around for a little while. This is the first book in the Windy City series, and I feel like I'm very late to this game, but I've made it, I've arrived, I'm here. I loved this. It definitely lived up to the hype. I did feel like it could have been a tiny bit shorter, and also there were points where the main character Xander's did give me a bit of the ick. He's got money, honey, he's rich, but low-key, like, it's a bit icky at the same time. It didn't land as like cocky and like he knows his shit. That's so sexy, and he's confident. Yes! I did really enjoy Stevie's character. I thought she was incredible. There was so much representation in her character. So many relatable parts that I fully could relate to, and I thought, yes, Stevie is a standout character for me. I loved them together. I loved their relationship. I loved the blossoming of it. Oh my gosh, how it started and how it ended. I was thriving. Tell me, what is your favourite book in the Windy City series? Because people tell me different things. Beach Read by Emily Henry. What I must tell you is the edge of this book is sending me through a freaking loop. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? Why? This was my favourite one. I loved the brewing romance between our main two characters. What are their names again? This is the thing. When you read so many books, you actually forget their names. Gus and January. Gus and January. The plot was good. It was just a very easy, comforting book. Do I think this is a standout book that I'm going to recommend to my friends, my neighbours and their pet snakes? No, I don't. From the books that I've read of Emily Henry, she is kind of that author. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean, okay, maybe it is a bad way. Quite a lot of Emily's characters are very similar, but some of her books are quite forgettable, but they also just all merge into each other. Do you know what I mean? Book Lovers by Emily Henry, you guessed it. This one is in better condition, which is great. What are the main characters called again? Oh yeah, Charlie and Nora. Everyone said to me, this is her best book. Out of all of Emily Henry's characters in her books, Charlie and Nora is their favourite. And I was like, okay. So this is going to be a knockout book. This was so disappointing for me. Probably my worst Emily Henry book yet. I found it dull, I found it boring, not a lot was happening. The pace was very slow. You don't really get a lot of Nora and Charlie together. It don't make sense. I don't get it. The hype around this book, it was hyping, but it didn't hit, okay? And this is the thing about books and social media. It's subjective. There's many people online. There's many different opinions. And sometimes books are overhyped and sometimes they are underhyped. And I fear we have a mixture of both. Then I read In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. I ate this shit up. Chelsea made sure that we were fed. And for me, I'm very happy. First of all, the plot was quite different to normal romance books. Our main two characters, Quincy and Sebastian, are both dedicated weather broadcasters. They both have an online presence in different ways. Quincy has an online following where she runs her own weather show. Sebastian is more on TV. He's basically a weatherman. They're rivals. They hate each other. But do they? Because it's always the case. Enemies to lovers. It's best friend's brother. It's told from dual POV, which I eat up every single time. Dual POVs are my absolute favourite. These authors are giving us what we want. I want to be inside of his head as much as I do her. Do you know what I mean? It was spicy. Boy, oh boy, was this book spicy. Chelsea Curto knows how to write her men. That is an absolute fact. The potential that this has for other books, because we have a whole friendship group. So I feel like we're definitely going to get more books in this series. Look at my little exclusive editions here. They're really coming through and I love that for me. Then I read The Divorce by Frida McFadden. Hands down, one of my top 3 Frida McFadden books. This book was really good and it came with a new freshness to Frida. The twist was fantastic. I was on my toes. The story felt different from a lot of her previous books. For me, that really stood out. If you've read any of Frida McFadden books, you will know she keeps you guessing. And although you try to guess, you will never guess. Completely bingeable. You can read it in a day. It was easy peasy, lemon squeezy, but also it was actually a standout Frida book. Like, I would recommend. The plot twist I did not see coming at all. I feel like Frida really twisted the whole narrative, different from how she normally does it as well. Trust me on this one, it was really good. Oh, okay. Then I read The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I just didn't like it at all. I honestly could have DNF'd at 60%, but I wanted to find out what happened at the end. It was very boring. I was kind of checked out, like, can I just get to the end already? I really loved Ashley Poston's The 7-Year Slip, so I did have high expectations, but there's also another Ashley Poston book, something about a garden. I'll put it up on screen here so you can see, but I really want to read that one. Honestly, probably the standout of the month. I did a reread of Nightshade and I just finished Daybreak. literally today as we speak. I never do rereads. I'm not a reread type of person, but I really wanted to give this one another go before Daybreak, and I'm so glad that I did, because I feel like this one hit on a whole other level the second time, and it just reminded me of why I loved this book in the first place. I absolutely am so obsessed with Alex and Ophelia. They just make me so damn giddy. Like, I'm obsessed. I could have had more. I could have gone on Throne of Glass style. Do you know what I mean? It gives Harry Potter vibes. It's cozy, it's autumnal. I love Edinburgh, and this for me just completely hit the spot. I am sad I don't have a sprayed edge. And then lastly, I just finished Daybreak, and this one does have a beautiful sprayed edge. This was such a highly anticipated read for me. I've literally been sat, like, rubbing my grubby mitts together, like, come on, I need it now. It was the perfect conclusion to this duology. Justin. Who the freaking heck is Justin? Autumn really gave these characters the ending they deserved, but also she gave us the ending that we deserve. I can sleep well at night knowing this is how it ends. It was gorgeous, it was delicious, it was beautiful, and a fantastic way to end this duology. What I will say is the pace of this book is very different to the first book. There is a lot going on. There's quite a lot of big things that happen in this book, and they're kind of skimmed over within 4 pages. I do feel like this book could have been bigger by about 100 to 150 pages. The mood, the atmosphere is really different to the first book. I loved Nightshade for the atmosphere. A lot of it is in New York. A lot of it is told from Alex's point of view, which, hey, I do love. But that's like corporate, CEO, busyness, family life. And we're not really at the university as much, only when we hear from Ophelia. I would love to have had more scenes with Alex and Ophelia at Sorrow Song University, because we only get a smidging at the end. The book felt like a big sister to Nightshade, which I really loved. It felt more mature, the passion was more intense, the emotion was harder, and it definitely came across that way. I did really like it, and I'm super happy with this duology, but I'm so sad that I've now finished. What do you mean? On to the books that I'm really hoping to read in August, and I feel really great about this month. Happy August, by the way. So first of all, I am going to continue reading The Poisoned Daughter by Sheila Mattison. Still about 22% of the way. I'm ready to give it my full time, my full attention, and I'm ready just to see where this story goes. I'm really enjoying it so far. The world, the characters, the pace of it feels really lovely. And yeah, I'm just really excited to continue reading this, to be honest. I'm going to read Wild Reverence by Rebecca Ross. I absolutely loved Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. Now, they are such a good example of like YA that feels mature. I have only seen positive reviews, which makes me happy. I believe this is a prequel to Divine Rivals and Ruthless Vows. I'm excited to get back into this world. The writing is extremely small. I don't even know if you'll be able to see. And I feel like this is going to take me a hot minute to read. It's kind of giving this is going to take me about 2 weeks, to be honest. I'm obsessed with the front cover and the sprayed edge. Next, I am going to read Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Don't worry guys, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to buy the book. I have only heard great things. You best believe I am so excited to read this book. I don't think it's my normal, like, typical type of book that I will read. But listen, I'm willing to give it a shot because I'm yet to see one negative review. I've also seen people say it's quite sad. Okay, that's fine. I can do a sad book. I've done many a sad books in my time. But I've got to be in the mood for them, you know. Cross Check by Chelsea Curto. This was meant to be coming out at the 1st of August, but it got pushed back to the end of August, which is fine by me because we're still getting it this month. What Grant's story is all about, We have Amelia, who I believe is a new character in the DC Stars world. I'm excited for the spice. I'm ready for it all. I really am. Yeah, I can't wait. And lastly, I'm going to continue the Windy City series. I always get confused on the order, but I believe it's like this. So we have The Right Move, Caught Up, and Play Along. I'm really looking forward to getting back into this series because I really enjoyed Mile High. And also, I'm just really interested to see what the rest of the series has to hold. Everyone has their own personal favourite books, and I just love seeing people online ranking them. I also have no idea who these books are about. I have no idea what the vibe is. And I just have really good positive vibes about this series in general. So yeah, I know that as soon as I finish this, I can feel it. I can feel it already, that as soon as I finish this series, I know I'm going to be gutted. I know I'm going to be so sad. I believe we have a TV show coming out, so that will definitely make me feel better knowing that there's more to come. I've actually been filming for so long. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, what was your favourite book that you read in July? And what book are you most excited to read in August? And guys, I will catch you in my next video. Bye!